Am I the a-hole for refusing to clean and cook for my husband's guest on short notice? The thing is, his family is constantly judging and talking about each other. They're not subtle. They dissect everything, from the way you decorate your living room to how you season your food. So when he said, "It doesn't matter," they don't care. I knew, and he knew. It was BS classic deflection. He didn't want to deal with it, so he pretended like there was nothing to deal with. And now I'm left feeling like the bad guy because I didn't jump at the chance to play hostess for a crew that doesn't even hide their passive aggression. And let's be real, it's not just about vacuuming the floor and lighting a candle. We aren't even stocked up with food or drinks to have people over. I got home and asked him what the plan for dinner was. He shrugged and said, "I don't know. I guess it's good that they aren't coming over anymore." Oh, so now it's on me because I wasn't ready to pull a dinner party out of thin air. Now he's sulking, acting like I ruined some magical night because I can't go with the flow. I've told him calmly, clearly, repeatedly that I just need a couple days' notice to get things in order. That's it. But somehow that makes me difficult. Suddenly I'm uptight, uncooperative, a killjoy. Just because I'm not the type to smile through chaos and pretend everything is fine. And here's where it gets deeper. This is one of those classic man versus woman dynamics. He gets to be chill. He gets to be laid back and spontaneous. But that go with the flow energy only works for him because I'm expected to do all the invisible labor behind the scenes. I'm supposed to clean, host, cook, plan, smile, all without breaking a sweat. Or else I'm too much. His freedom to be casual is built on my unpaid effort. It's not lost on me that if I said, "Hey, my friends are coming over in an hour," and the house was a mess, fridge empty, nothing planned, he'd look at me sideways. But when it's his people, suddenly I'm the problem for not being able to improvise a 5-star hosting experience with zero prep time. It's the same old story. He wants me to be the effortless hostess, the supportive partner, the low maintenance woman who's always cool. As long as cool means convenient for him. And when I draw a line, suddenly I'm the nag, the downer, the crazy girlfriend. So, AITA for asking for basic communication and preparation when it comes to hosting judgmental relatives? Or is this just another example of how women are expected to carry the emotional labor while men get praised for doing the bare minimum? Because if caring about how I present our home, our food, and our time makes me uptight, then I guess I'd rather be uptight than a doormat. Am I the asshole?
AITA for giving my husband the silent treatment. My husband has the most frustrating habit of ignoring me when I talk. I mean, completely ignoring me. I'll say something. He doesn't turn his head, doesn't look at me. Sometimes it will be something really personal, like, "I feel very overwhelmed lately." His response? Nothing. A few days ago, I made a dish for dinner that took me 2 hours. He didn't comment on it as usual. We ate in silence, our child occasionally saying something. As we were finishing up, I spoke up about something that's been on my mind lately. I was thinking to go to see my doctor. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but he just continued eating in silence, didn't turn his head or anything. Silence continued between us, and I couldn't take it after 5 minutes. I stood up angrily and muttered something about how he could have at least nodded. He says simply, "I heard you. You said you want to see your doctor." This just made me more angry, and I went off. "So you're saying you heard me, but you chose not to respond or even acknowledge what I said?" He rolled his eyes and put his head in his hands, and I absolutely can't stand when he does that either. Anytime we have an argument or I annoy him or something, he puts his head in his hands and goes mute. I don't know why he does this, but I told him, "I can't stand when you do that either." He looked up in shock and just shook his head, continuing eating. That was it. He didn't say anything more on the issue. I cleaned the kitchen, waiting for a response I knew wouldn't come. After 20 minutes of silence, the frustration boiled over and I realized I can't live like this anymore. So I realized that there's no point in talking to him if he isn't going to listen. The rest of the night, I gave him the silent treatment, but if he directly asked me something, I'd nod or shake my head. The next day, I continued. If he asked me something, I'd answer as vague as possible, just like he does. By the evening, he was obviously pissed and started talking to me in an aggressive tone. This morning, we were eating breakfast, and he goes, "Maybe I should go to the gym today." I didn't respond and didn't acknowledge that he spoke. After 5 minutes of silence, he was glaring at me and asked, "Didn't you hear me?" I just nodded but didn't look at him. He blew up on me, practically yelling, "Why are you acting like such a batch lately?" I couldn't help it. I laughed and asked, "Is that what you're calling it?" We argued back and forth for a bit, and I mentioned that I'm only acting the way he acts, so why is he so angry? He did not like that and said, "I'm being petty and an asshole," and that playing the silent treatment is childish. Not sure if this is important, but we're both 25 and married for 5 years. Well, am I the asshole?